Hey everybody, this is Brandon Helms. I'm a Vice President within our investment banking and consulting group at MarshBerry, and we are live from our inaugural Ascend Summit in Deer Valley. Today, I've got Peyton Falkenburg with us from NBC Securities, and we're excited to get his perspective on the industry. Peyton, how you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us. Been great out here.
Absolutely. Well, Peyton, if you would, just to share for the audience, give a little bit of background on the firm yourself, just to give a little perspective.
You got it. So I've been with NBC Securities for almost 9 years now. Before that, I was in the engineering field, and one day my dad said, come on, time to trade in your boots for the suits. So my dad started the firm in 1995 as a wholly owned subsidiary under National Bank of Commerce, and that's where the name comes from. So from 95 to 2008, we were self-clearing, duly registered BDRIA, and we had advisors, grew through the bank channels, and then in 2008, we sold out, the bank holding company sold out to RBC, and that's when our partnership started with them as our back office. And then in 2010, my dad and his partner bought out the firm from RBC, maintained the clearing relationship, and that's who we clear through today. We've been independently owned since 2010, grown through the years, and then in 2020, my dad and I bought out his partner. So it was looking for his succession and retirement. And then, so we took over and had majority control of the firm in 2020, and now looking for the next steps of growing from where we are to hopefully for the next 30 years.
Yeah, you built an impressive business. Just for perspective, where you guys sit in terms of number of advisors and total assets and all those things.
Yes, we're unique because we're the hybrid model of BDRIA, but also W-2 and 1099 model. And so we have about 80 advisors split 50-50 between W-2s and 1099s and $5 billion of AUM on the platform.
Wonderful. Well, I know you've got a lot of different things to think about leading an enterprise that large. Just give us a sense of what CEOs, owners, shareholders are thinking about in terms of building businesses similar to yours right now.
Yeah, and it's great hearing this morning at the conference, kind of building on what we've been thinking about is kind of transitioning from lifestyle mindsets into enterprise value mindsets and how you do that. So, as we heard John speak this morning about the flywheel effect, how do you pick your main things in your flywheel and get that bad boy spinning. So the three things that we're really focused on is platform integration, the employee ownership, and then succession networks.
Yeah, those are great. And well, I guess you also see on the other end of things, some challenges that folks are thinking about and facing as they build RIAs and successful advisory firms right now. What challenges are you seeing across the industry? Yeah,
of course. Those are the ones that keep you up at night. It's I think right now the technology gap. So how do you close that gap? And then also, as we know, the AI of everything, is it going to take over our industry? But so how do you shrink that tech gap? How do you take advantage of that tech gap and allow it to help you, build and continue to be the best in class for your advisors and your clients? And I think with closing that gap is, finding best in class providers. Sometimes you're going to want to build it yourself. A lot of times there's somebody out there who's maybe already built it that you can leverage and use. And then really getting good at the behavioral side of things and being able to spend more time with the clients, therefore, really understanding their needs, trying to get ahead of those, which is always tough. But
absolutely. Well, thanks for your time. Really appreciated getting your perspective on the industry.
Definitely. Thanks for the invite.